Hello, my name's Nick and I play with cars, sometimes to the detriment of my own mental well-being. Hello chaps, another day in the Decimal Tenths garage. Now I didn't get everything done yesterday because Spence and Dan and everyone turned up, so I didn't get the real. When people tip up, you end up just drinking brews and having a laugh, so I didn't get everything finished. I will get that done today. So rear wheel bearings on the Lupo, I should have really done them when I did the axle, to be honest, but the ones that came with the axle seemed in really good nick and worked for about 50 miles or something, and then they just started rumbling. So they haven't like completely gone, but there is just a little bit of sort of rotational noise coming from the back end, which I can pretty much guarantee is the bearings. So I'll change them today. Should be a really simple job, he hopes. One other little thing, I've literally just uploaded the Sierra Cosworth video, which is the video of me and Chris putting the freshly rebuilt engine into his Sierra Cosworth. It's not my car, it's Chris's car, and that seemed to go down well. I gained some subscribers and good few likes and some comments, and people leaving messages as well and tell us that they liked the video and hoping to get some more Cosworth content in the future. So if you are expecting that, then by all means hit that subscribe button, and there will be some, I promise you. We're gonna have like a follow-up video because Chris is going through the process of running the engine in now. We went to a car show in it just the other week. What club did we go over with? I don't even know.
Northeast Ford meet.
Yeah, so we went over with the Northeast Ford meet, who seemed a really nice bunch. They're a really strange, eclectic mix of cars as well. Everything from the high performance stuff to the good old classic Sierra Cosworths, right down to the, what was that bloody Ford car? Convertible thing.
Street car.
Street car. It's funky anyway. Anyway, enough about the show. How did the car do? Well, from a passenger perspective, it felt mint. Absolutely class. How many miles is on now?
190 on the freshly built engine.
190 miles on the fresh engine. Just for shits and giggles, remind myself, what was the rebuild? What it consists of?
Full strip down. New shells, bearings, pistons, gaskets. I'm sure there'll be something in there.
Oh, I'll be trying. Did you not get the guides done as well?
Oh, I got the guides done.
So head rebuilt, guides, everything's absolutely immaculate. New lifters. Now I was shitting myself the other night when we were yours. Because I mean, it's always really nerve-wracking when you're starting up a fresh engine. But when you hear that top end clatter, we're all just stood looking at each other going, I hope that goes away, I hope that goes away. And even every engine that I've built or had built, that first sort of 5 to 10 minutes, your bum hole's just going like that, 10 to the dozen, because you just want that top end rattle to go, and luckily it did. It went, and now it just, it's absolutely mint, purrs like a kitten. So obviously a good rebuild, and now with 200 miles on the clock, you can start turning the boost up, start really pushing it, start getting the engine braking, really get that engine bed in. Stick around if you want to see that, and I really do appreciate anyone that is hitting subscribe to see some nugget with a camera rambling on about his little green track car and his friggin' S3 and his friends, Cosworths and all the rest of it. I really do appreciate it, so thanks very much if you are supporting us by hitting subscribe. Really like making the videos, so I'll continue to do so. Today's job then, rear wheel bearings. There's a little bit of movement between the races, but yeah, can you hear that? There is a little bit of friction there. Get that bad boy replaced. Stub axle looks good. I still need to fit the camber adjustment plates, and I was gonna do this at the same time, but I just haven't gotten around to do it yet. You know, I've been too busy playing with Cosworths. There is some of the rear brakes are looking a little bit gummy already. I mean, the sliders are all in good nick, but the actual sliding plates, they're looking a bit minging already, so I'll give them a clean and we'll have fresh copper slip. But that's essentially the wheel bearing done. It's so easy. The fact that the hub is attached to it, it's one unit. There's no like pressing in or out. It's absolute piece of piss. So we'll get it back together now. So both sides done now, pretty easy job. The offside one that you've seen us do, because I recorded that bit, didn't seem too bad, but the near side one, the one on the dark side of the garage, which really does remind us, I'm going to sort the lighting situation out in here. When the winter comes and the door's down, I'm going to have to get some decent lighting ready for the winter projects. But this is the near side. I don't know if you can pick this up, to be honest. Goose this one. So this is probably the one that was creating most of the rumbling noise. So yeah, simple job, really happy that's done. In the bin, move on to the next thing. I think for today the next thing I'm going to be doing is playing with this, my spare engine. This is a BAM lump, it came from an Audi TT. I bought it for 200 quid off a nice kid called Kieran from Durham, and it came complete. So complete running BAM lump, gearbox, clutch, starter, charge pipe, inlet manifold, you name it, it was all there. And I've sold all of that, most of it to Spencer, to be fair, so that now he's got a KO4 running in his Mark IV Golf, and a lot of it was off this engine. So this engine actually stands me at nothing, not a penny. So the plan is I'm going to rebuild this engine. Well, I'm going to inspect it first. I'll inspect the engine completely, take it to a million bits, and then I'll probably look at rebuilding it. Now, depending on the condition of it, depends how far I go with it. Now, buried away in the garage, I do have a TFSI crank with stroker pistons, all pretty much brand new. I've had them for a long time. And I had full intentions of building up a stroker motor for the S3, because currently that is just a 1.9 non-stroker, whereas I was going to go full 2 litre stroker, and I just haven't done it. They've sat there for months and months and months and months and months and months. So I'm actually thinking now about rebuilding this BAM lump, possibly make it a stroker. I still need to get a set of rods, and chucking it in the Lupo and making that a 2 litre KO4 powered track car. Now, I know, what's the point of putting a stroker motor with a KO4? You're just choking it up and all the rest of it. And I'm not planning on upping the power on the Lupo, but I am planning on making it a whole load more controllable, possibly by going standalone management. And I think a 2 litre motor would be pretty cool for it. A bit more torque, a bit more low down grunt, and the same power for less boost, which means less heat, which is always a good thing, I think. So that's the idea. I don't know if I'm going to fully do it yet. Well, we'll see. I'll take this to bits first. We'll do loads of measuring on it, make sure that the engine itself is in good nick, and then I'll make a decision. Now, Spencer did start taking this apart, obviously to get the bits that he wanted, and the 3-bolt flange that I've just had problems with on the Lupo, lo and behold, on here I'm also having problems with. Spencer took out the 2 bolts, and in typical Spencer fashion, left the 3rd one as soon as it rounded over. It proved too much of a problem for him, so I'm going to have to get that out now. And I think I'm going to resort straight away to welding the nut on and cracking it off that way, because what is left of the nut is probably not worth playing with. That's knackered. I've tried to bang a socket over it and all sorts, and we're not having any joy whatsoever. So first task is get that turbo off that manifold. Right, you can see. Here we go. First things first, I'll break the Dremel out and I'll just clean up what's left of this nut. Sweet. I had the welder on high amps there, which is always a good thing, I think, when you're trying to remove knackered bolts like that, because not only are you trying to join two metals that possibly of dissimilar sort of material, so that can sometimes be a pain. You want good penetration, but also you want loads of heat in there, because that heat on the bolt will cause that to sort of come free much easier. So now that's done, let's see if it comes out on the first attempt. Sadly not, but we've been there before, so let's give it another whirl. I've got a good feeling about this one, because it just felt like I got good penetration all the way down through the nut, right on top of the bolt, and then just sort of filled the nut up right to the point where the nut becomes a little wobbly and red hot itself, and then you stop. So hopefully this will crack off no problem. Let's give it a whirl. Oh, oh. Ha ha! Hopefully the insert hasn't come out on this one. Boom! Smashed it. Friggin' hell. Look at that gasket. Don't think that would have sealed up much. Woo! Einen KO4 Turbocharger. And shock horror, it's still full of oil. Dick. Look at the state of this. What a fucking knob end. I bet you Spencer's sitting there laughing now. So all joking aside, that's the turbo off now. Now this is a KO4 O2 3 turbo. It comes standard on the BAM lump. It has an exhaust gas temperature port there. It's different from the KO4 O2 2 turbos, which don't have that EGT port. And this is the little bolt that was holding it on. Took us a while to focus that. So you can see I've welded that nut on top of the bolt, and that worked a treat. Simple as that. I have had to drill out a KO4 bolt before, but that was far easier. Far easier. It's worth mentioning at this point as well that I think this turbo is nigh on shot. There's, as normal, a little bit of in and out, up and down movement. The up and down movement's not too bad, to be honest. I think oil pressure would fill that up, but there's a little bit too much thrust movement for my liking. Can you hear that? So I think the thrust bearing's absolutely shot on there, and that would mean this would probably pump out loads of black smoke. So this turbo's shot, I think, like If I was going to use that turbo again, I would just get it rebuilt. I wouldn't bother putting that on. That's a headache waiting to happen, I'm sure. But I'll keep that. There's no reason why I'll not keep that, because it's literally worth fuck all, and it's in good nick. I don't think it's been from a remapped car, because there's absolutely no cracks whatsoever. Even around the wastegate port looks pretty good. So I think that's a good turbo, and we'll also have a look at the manifold when I take that off in just a second. Right, exhaust manifold, let's have a look. We have got some cracks in there, which is pretty standard stuff. This is a crack straight across the flange there. You'll not be able to see it. I'll zoom in a minute and show you. And there's also a crack in the collector as well. So there's a crack on the flange there, and there's a crack just there, but I don't think you can see that. Standard stuff though. All Q4s run hot, so I'm not really surprised by that. I'd suggest that there's probably no reason why this couldn't be used again, and to that end I'll probably keep it as a spare. A Chinafold one, a Chinafold, I can't even say things. I'm crap YouTube, I mean, like. I'd probably get a Chinafold one and get it ported, but to be honest, I'm not really planning on changing the turbo. Q4 is a good power for the Lupo on a track car. You don't really want any more, so it's all just about making it a bit more efficient. I think that's the key, and I think these will do for now anyway. Now I can't see stripping the rest of this engine down being that interesting, to be honest. It's just the ancillaries. We'll get it down to a straight long block, and then I'll probably pick it back up and we'll take the head off and we'll have a look inside and all the rest of it. We'll take the bottom end to bits, we'll have a look at that, we'll measure it, blah 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 blah. For today I just wanted to get the turbo off and the manifold off, because that's something that Spencer struggled with. But thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next one.